I want to share a huge realization that I recently had, and that is that I'm beginning to love business. And I want to share this because I know that a lot of people who are spiritual or who are interested in business, but they feel like it doesn't align a lot of times with their own integrity or just their soul. And I've gotten to this place now after years of work, after years of wanting to make my business work. It's been over like 5 years since I started wanting to make it on YouTube, and since then, I've been fluctuated between different business models and learn about business, sales, etc. And so I'm finally at the point now that I enjoy having my own business, and I feel good about saying that I have my own business, and I'm able to navigate my business in a way that's authentic to me. And I think that this is a place that a lot of people wish that they could be. And I hope that my story can help inspire people to make business work for them, because in truth, I think that a lot of people should have their own businesses. I think that a business can exist for every individual out there, and if you're somebody, then you can have a business. Okay, because everybody's unique and everybody can offer their gifts in their own way. Okay, so to just say a few changes, I just want to state, like, for example, for me, sales was very difficult for me. I got a sales job just so I can learn sales and I can understand why I wanted to sell to people or how I would sell to people. And in that sales job, it kind of sucked. I had to work with some people that were not at all people that I enjoyed working with, and I also had to sell items that I never would really be interested in selling. But I did it. I put myself through it because I knew that this was something I was going to use in the future. And so I had some negative experiences. I even put myself in a situation where I wasn't the best person for others either. I remember one time I remember pushing this item onto a family, and I was just getting frustrated because they weren't like cooperating with me, and it was just very uncomfortable for everybody. And after a few weeks after that incident happened, I just left the job, just because it wasn't a place that I felt happy being in. I ended up realizing that with sales is is really your ability to communicate the value that you're bringing to people. So if you can understand an individual, it really comes down to that. If you understand an individual and you understand what they need, then if you have something that resonates with that can help them, then that's when you bring up your service. That's where the sales process begins. So it really comes down to a lot of just understanding, compassion, and listening skills, to be able to sell. A lot of times people want to push and just throw their product in your face, or they use things like FOMO, fear of missing out. They put fear into you like there's something that you need. And I don't agree with a lot of those tactics. For me, it's pretty simple. It's like, I'm gonna be myself. I know that I worked on myself to such a high degree that I have some value to offer to people. I've had a lot of transformations in my life, and I know how people can get there too. Now, if that's the transformation that they want to experience, then that's when I talk about my product or my service. And I think it's really that simple. Usually, if you think about a doctor, like, it's pretty simple for a doctor to sell because people are already in pain, So with their expertise and their experience, people don't even think about it as something pushy or salesy or whatever. But because it's backed by science, obviously, and blah blah. But I'm just also thinking in terms of me, like, okay, if somebody knows and like I have that trust, that trust that is built through me being myself, then I can just speak to them straight. And honestly, there's really no other thing to it. For me, it's not about the numbers. It's not about pushing and trying to get and achieve something. Because at the end of the day, for me, it's like I just want to continue to build my empire, continue to build and serve people. And so selling is a part of that process, and I love that. I love that I get to talk to people that resonate with my content and love what I'm doing and want to support me. And so they want to support the cause, and that's also a part of the reason that they're buying. And it was cool because I was also recently thinking about clients, like, oh shit, like I get to talk to clients that I actually enjoy talking to. These are people that I actually enjoy working with, and I never thought that I'd be in a situation like this. I never really even imagined being able to have my dream client and having that person right in front of me and having the conversations that we're having. But here I am having those dream clients, connecting with people, and having those conversations. And it's all thanks to my business. It's all thanks to the content that I'm putting out there. And so there's a lot of gratitude that comes from my business also. It's like, wow, I'm not seeing my clients as people that I'm selling to or as people that I'm getting money from. It's more so people that are supporting the cause, people that want to collaborate with me, who want to come together and have something fruitful be born out of our interactions. And so that's an awesome thing to see. um like I reached out to some people, friends and family, etc., or just people that I've known, let them know about my services, and I've gotten such a positive response from people. I never thought that this would be so welcoming or so positive. I remember I've done this before. And this was before I was confident or I knew exactly what it was that I was selling. And it just felt awkward for me sometimes. Like I would mention it to friends, but it was just awkward, and they were awkward about it. And now, because I know who I am and I know who I want to help, it's a lot easier. It's a lot more fluid. Things just flow. And it's something that I love telling people about my product. I love telling people about what I'm doing, and people get excited about it. Even if they don't buy from me, it's a good conversation, and it's just super awesome. So there's that. I also want to talk about a few other things that I've been experiencing. I think it's just cool for me to be able to do what I love to do. Like I've gone through different phases of doing many different things. For example, like day trading. I'm still day trading, and it's great that I get to day trade just for like 30 minutes or 20 minutes in the day, and still progress little by little. I managed to find a system that worked for me, but also like coding, like programming. Like I built this app. Obviously, I vibe coded it, and I do want to learn more in the future. But that's also like something I learned. I also have a few podcasts, so I was kind of all over the place. And the beauty of it is that it's great because I got to experience everything. I got to see all these different ways of making money. And so once I realized that I can make money, it just depended on what I wanted to make money from. And obviously, I went to the thing that I love the most, that I can never stop doing, which is this kind of content. Me speaking my truth, me leading people to wake up and for them to speak their truth and embody their authenticity, follow their intuition, embody their purpose, find clarity, no more doubt, no more fear, rid themselves of all of that. That's really why I do what I do. And so it's a beauty to have a machine that allows me to do that, a framework that allows me to do that in a way that scales, that also impacts people's lives, and in a way that I can be engaged with and continue to learn from. And that's business. Business is that. And finally, I want to add a last point, which I think really was the nail in the coffin for me, that I was looking for such a long time. One of the things that I realized a few years ago was that one of the biggest signs of you being connected to your soul was being aligned. Being aligned to your soul, it was basically service. So a desire to serve people. If you have this innate desire to serve others, being able to serve people means you being able to bring value to people, change their lives, but also more importantly, your main motivation in business becomes serving others for the benefit of the collective rather than for the benefit of yourself. So that was the main shift for me, because yes, of course I do have a business, and I am making money, but the beauty of it is that money is going back into the cause. Like there's nothing more that I want. Like all I want is something for my family to be sustainable. And then the rest just goes back into creating. Like I just want to continue to create, continue to solve problems, continue to help people. And so that puts me in a situation where like, okay, it's a win-win for everybody. Like your money is not just coming to me for my selfish reasons. It's coming to me because I just want to continue to serve people. So, that's how this becomes a collaboration. It becomes service, and it's very beautiful. So I hope that that's something that can serve you. I hope that that's something that inspires you. These concepts of service, of collaboration, of authenticity, of selling. And I hope that you begin to think about how you can begin to serve people, how you can bring value to others. If you're curious about working with me, my website is down below, and you can book a call, and then we can talk about how you can begin to use your spiritual gifts to serve the world. And yeah, I hope that you found this video helpful, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay lucid. Peace.